legendary swapper plus random perks. So the legendary swapper part of the challenge is that anytime I get a legendary item, I have to swap that item with whatever item I currently have. So for example, if I find an instigating switchblade, I have to swap that with my current 10mm pistol. And the random perks is that every time I level up, I will use a software that I've pre-prepared to generate a completely random perk that I won't know beforehand. So the next perk and the perks after that I actually don't know. Right now I'm at level 12. I have Lone Wanderer, Gunslinger, Strength 4, Armourer, Iron Fist, Crit Banker, Rifleman, Awareness, Action Girl, Idiot Savant, Luck 8, Luck 8, Perception 3, Endurance 5, Charisma 5, Intelligence 2, and Agility 5. Okay, without further ado, let's talk to this guy.
Paladin Danse.
You ready to move out?
Ready.
Outstanding. Follow me.
Now, how much reserve did I have? I have a decent amount. Yeah, I'll have to be fine with this.
Paladin Danse is one hell of a SWAT leader. I don't know what we do without him.
Alright. Let me through, please. Let me through. Let me through. Okay. Oh, and the final thing the final point to make is that if I randomly get killed by something, any perks that I got between the last save and dying still takes place. So right now my save is at the inside of the police station. If halfway to ArcJet Systems I level up and the next perk to get randomly happens to be, I don't know, Commando, for example. And then I get killed inside ArcJet Systems, then I respawn over there. Then in that case, the next perk to get is still Commando. Wasn't there a... Okay. So I thought I saw a hub tower nearby there. But oh well. If I wanted to, I could destroy those landmines. Right, so first thing is going to be doing all this. We will get a legendary weapon out of this. Okay. Military cap, that's like, yeah, that's perception, okay. What about this? A clean black suit. I already have enough charisma there. Pick up those for money. Now I want to hide so that Danse will take care of these guys for me. And he did it. That was fairly quick. Yeah, so not only am I counting legendary enemies that I encounter, that I might randomly encounter. Yeah, look up. Cool. Yeah, so not only am I including that, let's also take the leather stuff. I'm probably not going to take the leather underbits. Yeah, okay. Probably not going to take the leather underbits because I can't scrap that unless I'm at a settlement. Let's see. Leather. I guess there's only one. The caravan guard is wearing raider leathers. How do you explain that? But yeah, we still have a good amount of reserve. Plus, once we're inside there, there's a there's an armor station, and you can use that to scrap down the leather stuff. I might also consider removing the pocketed mod off the pocketed thing, in case, like, if it's cheap to do so. Are you gonna kill those blowflies? Well, if you don't, I won't. Oh, I guess they're coming. Get them, Dance! Ooh, good shots. Now, all we have to do is try to not drink from the dirty water that a blowfly is sitting in. There we go. But that was actually pretty good for an NPC. Normally NPCs don't have very good aim. Alright, Dance. Ooh. Also the hide. Gotta remember that. Yeah, so normally normally leather isn't that necessary. Like, because most of the time I'm staying in the same armor.
There it is. Arc jet system.
Or if I'm not staying in the same armor, I'm I'm like only seldomly changing my armor. Because of that, quite a bit. Okay. Because of that, normally I don't need as much leather as I do now, but we'll probably be ending up changing our armor quite a bit. And while while I do expect...
It was corporations like this, the last nail in the coffin for mankind. They exploited
Yes, you say your stuff.
pocketing
While I do expect... What's this? That's just a pipe pistol. Yeah, well, I do expect that a lot of the legendary items are going to be...
Paladin.
Look at these wrecks. It appears as though...
Good. Less security to worry.
Negative. Look at these robots.
I'll be on the lookout.
Roger that.
Okay. Ooh,
This place is a mess.
don't mind if I do.
Still see a few pieces of salvage at the front that might be interesting.
This is the room where the guy shits in his urinal. You know, urinal, plunger. 1 + 1 equals shitting into a urinal. Oh, folder. Yeah, so where was I at?
Looks like a dead end. See if you can find a way to get that door open. I'm gonna rent the area.
Okie dokie. Well, this reminds me, I've actually been... Oh, that's a shot gas. A shot gas? Yes, it's a shot gas. I'll take that, sure. Why not? So, granted, I probably don't need anywhere near as much copper as I think I do. What was that? That was a chair. Just a chair. Okay.
Nice work. Let's get moving.
Take that. See, Dance, I helped. Oh, you did it. Here, let me help.
Is someone present?
Sure. There we go. Oop. Yep, we are that close. One more wait and we can't carry more stuff. And we are now overweight, even still. All those fusion cells, man, they be heavy. We've been to everything here. If I can get Dance to the next area, I can then scrap the stuff. Scrap the armor pieces. Over here. Oh, yep, went boom. Oh no, I'm over encumbered. Whatever will I do? Is that it?
Multiple synth charges. Take them down.
Nope, you still have dudes to kill. Somewhere.
Good. Where'd they go?
There he is. No, he isn't. You're not as valuable as you think. valuable. Must get to armor workbench. Okay. And that's also scrap. Ah, lovely. Oh, what's it strengthened? Huh. Okay. Nothing stuck in there. Nope. And we now have about 20 remaining. Right, nothing's safe. Let's... Oh, we can do one of these. We can build some psycho. Sure. Hold on a sec. Okay, and I'm back. So we have the extra psycho. Let's do a psycho jet. And let's do buff tats. Anything else we can make? Nope. No, nothing else. Okay. We've got 3 circuitry in there. Now that would be doubly helpful if yeah, it'd be especially helpful
Sweet.
if the algorithm that decides which item gets scrapped, if the algorithm that decides that always reliably chooses the heaviest items to scrap, which may be the case. Let's chew on one of these. Maybe 2. We don't have, no, we don't have parasites. There we go. And while I could specifically get... Oh, now I'm tired. Well, nothing I can do about that. Oh, more stuff. Remove the weapon. And how many more fusion cells could I carry? .028. Yeah, I can carry nearly 36 per pound, per weight unit. So that's a grand total of like 360. Plus extra. I don't know if I want to keep those railway spikes. I think I'm just picking up heavy items here. Okay, so he's over there doing his thing. Pick up that. There's a gold watch over here. Okay. There's a thingy down here, a safe. Yeah, so I guess as I go through this,
Yes.
yeah, now we're over again. This is where it gets to the hard choices. Like that's fiber optics, and I kind of want to have fiber optics. Probably more than oil, actually. Crystal. I'll leave that. That's a screw, and they tend to be pretty rare. Nuclear material is quite important. Adhesive is super useful. Springs is good. I reckon. Well, I don't reckon that. That's not the way to do things. You don't. There we go. It's the X button. The X button that does it. So any item that, or in addition, that's just copper, I'll drop away. That's nuclear material. That's gears and a spring. But also silver. Silver isn't as useful as you'd think. You can definitely remove that. We can remove the copper, fiber optics, the fuse. Keep the rubber. Okay. And that's 1.2 for like 12, so little point in having that. Alright, now we can go without accidentally shoving the entire contents of the safe into our bodies. Let's open this because we have soap, a stim pack, mentats. We have a couple of goodies over here. I'll leave that behind. Take the bullets. Plus, to be fair, we're not going to be finding any legendary things, legendary railway rifles. Or if we do, it'll be quite unlikely.
Looks like the power's out in this section.
Alright, this it's just got a psycho. It's common to find chems in that box.
Look at this.
Alright, so here we leave Dance behind. Yeah, that'd be over here somewhere. That alone is a good reason to
That's it.
although what would be interesting is if you actually had to keep this on, right? And I guess you'd have to have functionality to actually put fusion cores inside of these things, but if that was the thing, you know, perhaps Dance gives you a fusion core to plug into this, you know, because there isn't one already. So you plug it in and then you hack to turn it on. Alright, so another thing that I've been working on, that I mentioned quite a bit before, is a basically a program where I input all of the passwords here, and it tells me which passwords I should guess. So length is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 passwords. But then there's these things, these brackets. I've also looked into the probability of getting tries reset versus dud removed. And the odds is a bit weird, but generally speaking it hovers between 10 and 15%. There's another one, another one. And sometimes as you remove passwords, that unlocks extra brackets. But it didn't this time. Okay, so that was 4 removed, so now it's going to be 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep. 1, 4. So it's yard, come, laws, care, uses, tree, then join, maze, soap, vast, wake, cache, and late. So out of all of these, it'll tell me which password has the most in common with the other passwords. Right, and I do admit for one thing that that's probably late. The actual likeness is 2. Okay, that was weird. The program just closed on its own accord, which is not what I expected or wanted. So let's do this the old-fashioned way. Yard, come, laws, Repair. Uses. Tree. Then join maze soup vast wake cache and late. So I know that late isn't the one because it didn't go ding. So LATE, nope. LATE, 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 LATE. Okay, so it's either laws, maze, or wake.
Sweet.
Yep. There we go. Okay.
Engine core power restored. Thermal engine fueled, primed, and standing by for your command.
And push the button, because we may as well.
Commencing 5-second countdown. 5,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Boom.
3. Stealth capabilities. 2. 1. Engine firing.
Yeah, so it does occur to me that like the overall likeness value perhaps isn't
Test firing completed with an efficiency rating
perhaps isn't
96.
the best
7%.
the best measure to go by with regards to removing passwords. Okay, let's take all these. And that's because, oh lovely. That's because if I purely go based on the overall similarity that a password has with the other passwords, I could get in a situation where the password that is most like the other passwords, okay, that should be enough. The password that is most like the other passwords
Oh my God. Are you all right?
won't actually remove that many passwords as a different one would, because
Going up.
I heard something.
Is someone present?
get up there, Dance. You can do it.
Style sensor reading detected.
Over there. Get him.
Yeah, so for example, let's say that for the sake of example, every single password generated in the hacking thing starts with an S and ends with an E, right? This will be incredibly rare. There is probably enough passwords like that for that to happen, but incredibly rare. And if every password starts with an S, ends with an E, they would all generate high values for like overall likeness or like average likeness. But let's say I pick the highest one. Well, because lovely. Because all the passwords are so similar, gosh darn it, I wish I could take the compensator off of this. Actually, I don't. And the reason why I don't is because we're about to get a legendary weapon. Okay, let's remove that. So now we have 5 weights remaining. And we'll probably need to remove X. Is that? That's actually. That's pretty good. Though we'll almost certainly need to remove it or other similar stuff. Although, what I could do, because this just occurred to me.
Bunker looks clear. Let's move out.
Let's not pick up the vodka. It just occurred to me I could take his gun. Let's stand over here.
Dance.
Well, that could have gone smoother, but
I thought we worked well as a team.
agreed. That being said, first and foremost, I think you'll find me in service.
Yeah, so that's 5.5. So we will need to remove stuff. But thanks for the web.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, now,
Sure.
we had a lot. Our op, there's no doubt. The way I see it, you could or so.
Well, we probably don't have. Actually, I'll agree to
I'd
join.
be honored to join.
That's what I wanted. Meet me back in.
Alright, let's go over here. Let's select a perk. Whoops. Okay, pickpocket, lovely. And it went into something entirely useless. So we need to remove 6 weight. Already we can remove 4. I'll go and put that over into this box. Because now I have to use the Righteous Authority. which does more damage anyway, so is actually a bit of an upgrade anyway. And also, fortunately for me, I have both Gunslinger 1 and Rifleman 1. So I was thinking that I would have to yeah, let's put the stealth boy away. Okay. Now we can move around. Put that on. And now this is just this.
Going down.
But there's actually a thing down there, a weapons workbench. And it's like way back-ish. But it's something that we should be able to get to, fine. Could jump that, but I don't want to fall down and break a leg.
Going down.
We also have a lot of ammo. We're not going to be running out anytime soon. Then let's head back up here. This... Oh, we have... So those ash piles are activate... Huh. So a couple of the synths remain, but the ash piles you can't actually get anything out of. That's... I think I've seen that in previous playthroughs, but I guess this is the first time I've really noticed it. There's also not going to be any enemies in here, so I don't really need to worry. Dance has already killed all of them. Unless the turrets respawn! Ooh! They probably won't. Alright, what's through here? Oh, that's this door. Right, okay. Advanced lock. Telephone. So if I go through here, this... Yeah, it gets me to the base. Alright, let's see what I can do with this. Oh, stock. Okay, so putting it onto a standard grip. Well, short stock doesn't actually change the damage. Let's put a scope on. All of these require sights. Since I have int 2, I can basically count on not having any sights. So I'll put that on. This is all science. I can do this if I had more plastic. You know what? There's plastic here. Yeah. And these and beyond also requires science. There's that. The sniper barrel requires science. Science 2. Okay, so that's ideal. The stock is ideal, that's ideal. Yeah, so the scrap items I have are not gonna get this any better than it currently is. Cork I'll take, and the springs I'll take. So now we have a scope. It's not the best scope in the world, but it'll do. It'll certainly work just fine for indoor areas. If I'm trying to snipe enemies from really far away in an outdoors area, then there's going to be a problem. Okay, this will take us to the up room. Oh, there's a hatch. Lovely. I always wanted a hatch. Yeah, and then we can pick up the items out of the thing. We should have enough space for it. After that, our destination is basically Diamond City. Now, I can either keep this weapon. Yeah, I can take those two with me.
Report back to the police station. I'll be there soon. Just keep
When I next visit Hangman's Alley, I'll probably strip off some of the mods and then sell the base of the weapon. I don't actually need to... Oh, that's Nick, which was activated the whole time. But Nick is a fair ways off. Not because I don't have the resources to do it, but because the thing is, nearby to Nick's area where you rescue him from, oh, I could do this. Confidence man. Yeah. Okay. How much weight do I... Yes, I definitely don't have enough to do this and get the resources from that interior. So what I think I'll do I could also do the follow the freedom trail. That probably won't get me any legendary weapons. That's the chems vendor. Hello. Is your stuff owned? It isn't. Don't mind if I do. Okay. I have seen ghouls around here. This, I'm pretty sure, is locked. Oh, it isn't. I always feel like that's locked before you do the pinned quest. Yeah, it's pinned. I could do the thing where I get the cash prize. I think the thing to do in actual fact is to head back to Diamond City, sell what I can sell, buy what I can buy, On the way there, drop off my ammo. And yeah, I suppose one thing I could do is buy a shipment of adhesive. Oh, wait, it's a Raider Psycho. Yeah. Live and let live. Even though they would not do the same thing at all. So I guess the saying should be more like, live and let save ammunition. Or let live and save a bullet. Welp. What if I go this way? I go around. They shouldn't go hostile. Because they detected me, but they weren't full hostile. And that's for being marked red. That'll teach you. Oh no! That stung! That stung a little. Ow! Huh, still in caution. You go and do your thing. Although, come to think of it, having pickpocket 1 means that if I ever want to pickpocket a weapon onto an NPC who's like assisting me, like let's say I wanted to do old guns. If I wanted to pickpocket some weapon onto Ronnie Shaw, now it will be easier to do so. But apart from that relatively precise reason, I don't really see much. Come on, I can make this jump. There we go, okay. Oh, I can also scrap the Raider leathers. Let's see. The stealth boy I'll put away, I think. Yes, that's the second one. That's all fine. That all goes into the thing. That can be sold. Okay. And we have extra fusion cells, but honestly I don't need. This is a decent amount of ammunition. If you've ever struggled for ammunition, this would be a lot. Okay. Let's get on to this. So this adds 5 damage. Long barrel is fine. I don't need to remove that. The reflex sight is also wanted. Okay. Let's put that away. I actually shouldn't be selling mods. That also occurred to me. Because on the off chance that I get another legendary that's super useful if I get another leather item that I want to swap things around. But these, even though they're standard, these will save me the resources of building this. Like if I get another laser pistol, I don't need to craft a standard thing to remove what it has. Which also means if I go to Arturo, I can buy. Yeah, let's do hydration, water, then sleep. But also because also that should be scrapped. We kinda sorta have a boss fight coming up, ish. Maybe not in this stream, but coming up soon. At some point, we do have to kill Swan. And that's because... weakness. Well, good thing I'm going straight to... Is it a bad time? Yes. At least I don't need to be well rested. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fuck it. Let's do another 7. We'll do 2 entire sleeps consecutively because that's clearly how sleep works. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier that any legendary weapon I get has to be swapped with what I have. But it's also a bit of an unwritten rule. I might as well take that to sell as well. It's a bit of an unwritten rule that I have to, if I find a legendary enemy, I have to kill that enemy within a vague level of reason. And based on how the game is weighted, I'm probably not going to find a legendary enemy that I can't kill. Alright, so here we are. Let's remove our weakness.
Sure. Patch me up, Doc.
No.
Got roughed up.
It's great.
Yes. I'm just a little bit weak, you know. Usual stuff.
Done. Now, was there anything else bothering
Nope.
No other complaints.
All right.
Okay. I'm bothering you, am I? Yeah, so right now I have 6 charisma. And I should also put the thing in the history. I have essentially fixed all the problems I had previously with the random perk program, but having a backup source of information about it, about the order of things, is still a very good idea. We can do this while we have the ability. Red dress. Let's do a great mentats because we'll be doing a lot of buying and selling. That brings our charisma to 13. Now, that's probably around the point where it maxes out. I think yeah, just one file up. I have a spreadsheet for working this out so that I can know yeah, so at 14 my selling maxes out. At 16 my buying maxes out. So I'm good to take a beer.
Need some custom hardware? We got a free
All right.
package for all your modifications. Hey, you're the new girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the new girl.
Well, it's good to have.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Don't forget.
Okay. So we don't. These weapons are basically going to be our main sellables, alongside any folders, magazines we get, and aid items. Oh, I could have gone that charisma. Not that worth it though. It would be if I had the alien blaster. I could sell that. And because without DLC I can't get the legendary variant, or any legendary variants whatsoever, I also don't need to keep the ammo. I can just sell that too. So let's see what you have. You have Old Faithful, but that's... Alright, no muzzle. It has a comfort grip. And a photon exciter. Yeah, that's not very good. Sight and incendiary. Yeah, that also does less. The short barrel, short stock. I could... Worrying about getting... about getting extra armor from like going from leather to metal or to combat or something isn't going to be that useful. However, buying up all the leather vaguely will be. You take these. Okay. Can I sell this? I cannot. And I don't think I have any aid to sell either. For the Nuka-Cola. Sure. Take it all. Okay.
You again. All right, got plenty of...
Yeah. Let's see what you got.
Here's what we got.
Okay. You probably won't... A beam splitter? I don't think that's desirable. I was gonna buy junk off you.
Every piece in here is worth what I charge for.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
A bit of... Yes.
Okay. So I think the main thing will be... Oh, this is maxed out. Possibly because of the extra 10% bonus of the Great Mentats. So I'll get the adhesive. There probably isn't much that I'll want to... get those two. Got plenty of junk items. Take that. That. Right. Oh, and also leather, I suppose. You can't go wrong with leather. Although you probably could if you break your legs with it. Food, sure. Bourbon, sure. Okay. Now we can sell all of our Red X. In fact, we can sell 3 of these as well. Give you those. Leave 1 right away. Okay. Could give you back the shipment of adhesive. Got like 40 adhesive base. Without power armor, probably not going to chew through it that quickly. But I guess I'll keep it. We can still move around. That's generally a good sign when you can walk around.
It's all tricks. Let's get you examined right
Crank out some jets.
not on the side.
Do a single psycho jet. Okay, let's do some food. Oh no, don't. I got to it so quickly, you vanished. Oh, I didn't even have any wood. Don't think I kept any, no? Okay. Right, well. So that's all the sellables. So now this leads to a choice. Basically, I can either do other stuff to get more levels, like do Confidence Man and get those resources.
Nothing to see here.
Or I could attempt to fight Swan.
Can't believe I'm posted outside the wall.
Now, I think the thing to do is to continue on with the story and thus rescue Nick Valentine, kill Swan, do all that stuff. But I'm also thinking perhaps, oh, let's craft the remaining food because we have a lot of wood here. Then put the junk away. Yeah, plus once I get to oh, I should scrap those. Okay. Not gonna need any charisma. That can go, that can go. Put it on, put it on, put it on. This. Scrap that. Okay, so everything here, chest, left, left, right, right. All pocketed and studded. We don't need to worry about that. Do we end up selling? We did not. Oh well. No big deal. Anything I missed? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm gonna get onto the roof. There we go, okay. Probably having as much of this sort of stuff as possible would be good. Let's see what else. Got enough water for a bit. Any aid items that would be vaguely useful? No. The stealth boys would potentially do something to help. I also need to consider whether I want to be well rested. Nah. May as well take the extra fusion cells. Which actually wasn't that much weight anyway. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get more prep out of that. Alright. So it'll be more beneficial. What now I'll do? Yeah. Okay. So it'd be more beneficial to go and visit Swan. Defeat Swan, and then go and do the other thing. Now, the sort of crucially thing.
You should get inside the city.
Yeah, I do say crucial a lot, but important to know. Once I've killed Swan, provided I can do it at this point. But once I've done so, the next weapon that I'll be using would be the Furious Power Fist. Meaning I would essentially be punching my way Okay, that mysteriously worked. No, I did not want you to do that. Get off. Does that work? Oh, it did. Excuse me. That's just a wild mongrel. I can crit you right in the head. You know what would be a smart idea? Running. There's... oh, that too, but... alright. Take me now, Grim Reaper! Yeah, so instead of engaging, because I don't think there's any legendaries in there. If there was, then I would have to engage. But yeah, so we're fine here. I remembered all this except the sea captain's hat. So that I should do and wear and have the 2 endurance off of that. Like the charisma from the militia hat couldn't have possibly helped me against Swan. It's like, hey you Swan, give me your power fist. Although, to be honest, saying to Swan, "Hey you, give me your power fist." Actually, some are shorts. That's... Yeah, that's actually a useful item. Might not seem like it, but it's useful. Because it's 2 charisma, but it only blocks the chest slot. So I can use it for charisma if I get a legendary leg, for example. There's Great Mentats. No longer any ability to charm my way out of Swan. Oh. Yeah, let's... Yeah, so there's no legendary stuff. Hey you, save me please! What the heck? Get him, not me! So Wild Mongrel, Vicious, Wild, Alpha Vicious. Actually, attacking them in VATS isn't a terrible idea. Yeah. Because now I have 2 crits. I might as well get this guy. There we go. Now any leg... There's a glowing one there. Oh no! Red roaches! Whatever will you do? Hey, Star-Lord! I mean... I guess... Oh, stuck in there. Yeah, so VATS does give a lot of benefits over regular stuff, regular combat, but also a lot of downsides. So it's not. It's not like you go into VATS and then yeah, well, I mean, it also depends on what build you're doing, but like it. Like, I will grant that VATS does... Like, VATS basically removes you having to aim. It's not the only thing that does that. Stop chasing me, please. Yoink. Okay. They do not appear to be following, which is great. Hopefully I haven't awakened Swan yet. Nope. He's still happily doing a snooze. I don't want him to be awake just yet. Though in short time he will be quite awoken. Yeah, so thing is, if you use VATS, no, I'm not frustrated. What I'm just trying to say is that VATS, using VATS exclusively doesn't necessarily mean you're playing the game the lazy way. Like, for one thing, if you wanted a build where you were essentially
What does he do? Locks him up.
basically unkillable,
Kill him.
Well, don't let his new girl hear that. She'll start swinging that bat of hers at your face until there ain't no
okay, I
face
can't
left.
see any of them yet.
Save up for a new gun.
I know there's 5 in here.
Who wouldn't stop? I can see it now. What was that?
There we go.
All right, very funny. Get back to work. Ah, lucky. Yeah, Brad.
Time to leave. Yes. Anyway, if you were to do a build that essentially made you unkillable and meant that basically nothing in the game could ever stand in your way, which is like, it's like playing the game the lazy way. With that build, you essentially would never, or almost never, use VATS. I can do this. Okay. But also, there are builds where the optimum thing is to use VATS. Like, if you were to go melee only, that gives a lot of benefits. Like, you don't need to worry about ammo. You do a lot of bonus sneak attack damage. But because of how melee works in VATS, the downside of VATS, where any shot has a probability of missing, doesn't actually matter, because melee has a 100% chance of hitting. Nobody over there. Okay, they spotted me. There's one down, probably around 4 left. I'm just killing these guys here.
Shadows now? There's nothing here. Wait.
Fuck.
Knucklehead.
Alright. There we go, we got one. Now we gotta leave, take another stim pack and a thing. So this here is probably more the lazy way. I'm essentially circumventing the requirements of staying entirely stealth. Let's take 2 of those. Yep, entirely circumventing staying stealthy by leaving the building, where for this one particular area it seems like the hostiles don't follow you out. They used to, I think, but not anymore. But not only that, there's actually there's a glitch you can do that entirely removes any need for combat. Right, it's... Oh, hey. Gotcha. That's 3 down. There should be 1 or 2 left.
I gotta loosen up. I got the fidgets.
Yeah, so this glitch is basically Travis glitch. Buff tats. Let's go Psycho Jet. There we go. Okay. Got plenty of bullets. This place is actually an extremely good location to get cement, if you ever wanted cement. Not only because it randomly spawned inside this, but there's actually lots of like cement bags in this area, and the next one, but mainly this one. Sure. Okay. Yeah, so the glitch I'm talking about is Travis glitch, and basically what that does is, in the quest Confidence Man right here, what you're supposed to do is make Travis the radio guy, to make him confident. Um, yeah, to make him confident, and you do that by that was weird. You do that first by being in a bar fight with him. Then you get a waitress to sleep with him. And then Vadim gets kidnapped. So you take him to Vadim's area where Vadim is kidnapped at. And you rescue Vadim. And that makes Travis all confident. He's like, I didn't know what I was so upset about or scared about. Being on the radio is nothing to being shot at. And stuff like that. Peckish. Rat peckish. Chew on some more rat pieces. Okay. I wonder if I can do the same strat with Swan that I did with the other guys, but in reverse. Would be worth a shot. So anyway, that's the way the quest is supposed to go. Torso. Okay, I want to be as far away as possible while being able to shoot him in the torso. Yeah. And now we run. So if we hide over here, he shouldn't be able to attack us. Like, he can't pass to us because the ceiling is too low. Ooh, whoa. That was lucky. That was... Well, so now we get the Furious Power Fist, which we have to switch with the Righteous Authority and sell that weapon. Fusion Cell, Deathclaw Hands. Yeah, so this will make things a lot harder. We're at level 14, so level agility +1, okay. Right, so here I have another choice that I can do. I can either keep this and Furious Power Fist my way through this area, which would be quite difficult, or I could Furious Power Fist my way through Old North Church, meet up with the railroad, then complete Tradecraft, get the Deliverer, which is another legendary weapon which counts as something I can use, and then use that, which would put me at a higher level than previously and would also be a lot easier to use. The trouble though is I don't actually have that much 10mm bullets. Okay. Endurance -1, that's not that bad. I may need to chuck a jet over here. Don't mind me, Mr. Guy. Pick up these, leather. Sure. That too, okay. Right. And then here, they're not going to follow me in. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Travis glitch. So the...
Hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
Back off!
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
What was that? I couldn't hear over the sound of all that pathetic. You hand over every...
Maybe. If I do this, it would work. Oh!
I like you already. Walk into a new place, make a show of dominance.
Yes.
Nice. Good neighbors of the people, for the people.
Cleo.
Everyone's welcome.
And she'll probably have useful stuff for me. I also probably can't...
New face walks into my
Oh, other side. Yeah. There it is. Oh, it already comes with puncturing. That's pretty good. So all this requires blacksmith. I am technically capable of getting blacksmith because I have strength 4, which takes me up to blacksmith here. But the good weapons, the good melee weapons, tend to require multiple levels of blacksmith to do anything with. I think for here, just gonna put on the militia hat, the red dress, and chugaboos.
Cleo,
I've got a weapon here for every situation.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Murder.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, because she didn't end up having Oh wait, I was gonna write down the list of legendary things. So first was Lucky. Lucky laser rifle. The second one is Furious Power Fist from Swan. But neither of these oh wait, you're overdone. Well, give me that back. I'll give you the Molotov. I'll probably sell the other things to somebody else. Okay.
You. Hi.
Got some good deals. You won't believe what.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Everything's guaranteed to last.
Yeah.
And it doesn't.
I guess I could buy a lot of these. I was kind of running low, so I may as well. But just for the sake of showing, like for showing the distance at which I can VATS attack, I basically need to get over to about here. Yeah, that's basically the limit, which is pretty far away for a melee weapon, but not as far away as Blitz would allow. I think I'll do another save here. So anyway, the way that the Travis glitch itself works.
Being available.
Nice.
Customers is work. It's not all about cooking
Is
It's not all about sampling.
oh, Rufus finished. He went thump.
Focus.
What? Where's the fun in cooking it if you ain't using it?
My mistake.
Oh,
Give me room, please.
Hey,
You need some
before you
Jack
even
Daniels,
start,
Blue,
let's get to the
reasonable
point.
prices.
We have
Here's your money.
the room is on.
Okay. So after that, I'll take a sleep here. Oh, you.
Hey.
What? No. You can't.
Yeah, I'm from Sanctuary.
What are you?
The vault had these.
What?
I'm so sorry. I didn't know this.
You know? Oh,
Indeed.
Sanctuary.
Hey, you know you.
really? You.
Yes. Alright, let's do a full sleep. Yeah, so normally what happens is you go into come to think of it, I don't really want to be going against Triggermen with a Furious Power Fist.
You're lucky the mayor likes outside.
An aluminium can? If I take that aluminium can, I get destroyed. Oh no! Okay. Yeah, so normally you go into Beantown Brewery. Travis meets you there, and then you and Travis kill all the raiders in there, and you rescue Vadim. Right, that's basically the way you would do it. However, to do the Travis glitch is actually rather simple. You enter the Beantown Brewery, Travis is there, he does his thing, and then you leave. And Travis still follows you. Right, he still follows you. He kills all the enemies. Oh, hello. Yeah, kills all the enemies around you. And he's a lot more powerful than a regular companion for quite a few reasons. For one, because he's not actually your companion, he just is attached to you somehow. He never runs out of ammunition. You pickpocket a good gun onto him, like for example a wounding shotgun. You pickpocket one bullet, just the one, and he can shoot that one bullet as many times as he pleases. So that's one thing. For another, while he doesn't have that much health or that much ability to withstand damage, what he does have is, when he does go down, you don't need to give him a stim pack. You don't need to give him anything at all. Because eventually he'll get back up and he will resume being a Terminator. That is a bad sound, I must admit. Let's unlock the tool case.
That's it.
This is actually very good. If I find a legendary 10mm pistol, I can then put the suppressor on are you doing? And what is the Mr. Gutsy attacking? I know he's over there somewhere. Also, there's goodies over here. Not being followed. Here's this. Extra water. Whiskey. Black vest and slacks. No, it's just that there. Okie dokie. Okay. Right. So we'll skip that and
You came from across the Charles? Long hike.
oh yes. Yeah, so that's infinite ammo and effective invincibility is what you get if you do Travis Glitch. There's a few other sort of benefits to that, like, for example, you don't need to worry about companionness. Put that away too. I'll just stick that away. I don't need to do anything else with it. Alright, I think there's also bottles in the storage, maybe. Let's that's these. I can put the summer shorts in that as well. Apparel, summer shorts, go in there. All right. Okay, let's. Okay, that's a lot of leather though. I'll take that because that's good. That's that. Okay, no bottles in there, weirdly enough. Don't have them on me, so I'll fill those up. So yeah, the general plan from here on is go to Bunker Hill, save there, then go into the railroad, kill the ghouls, or at the very least all the ghouls that are like try to kill me and not the ones that are too far away to be a threat. actually put on actual armor. Put the junk away. Pick up the pre-war money. Right. Okay. That's that. The food. There we go. Okay. Oh, more bottles. But 30 water will do me for quite a while. Now the thing about, I guess that silver pocket watch would be vaguely useful. The thing about the thing about this challenge, in a roundabout way, or at least the random perks challenge, is that I have previously done a challenge before. It was called Naked No Perks, where basically I couldn't use any perks, boost any stats, scan any bobbleheads, any of that. None of that could be done. And I also couldn't wear any apparel whatsoever. Now, aside from the weapons being sort of random, like, for the moment they're not. Like, both weapons that I've had to swap were like consistent weapon locations. Right, but like they were you know, later on, as I come across legendary enemies, it means that my weapons will be changing as well as my apparel. But the thing is, aside from the weapons, this is basically an easier version of Naked No Perks. Right? Because with the random perks, that's easier than going without perks whatsoever, because most of the perks are useful, right? And or at least a lot of them are. Which doesn't mean that there's lots of completely useless perks, just that some of the perks are always useful. Some of the perks are only sometimes useful, like only for certain builds. Like, for example, Blitz is completely useless if you're using guns only. But if you're using melee, Blitz is crucial, it's vital. Shit. Yeah, you go that way. There's some goodies over there in it for you. Nope, they're not interested. So for example, right now I have 13 perks from like just randomly selected 13 perks. Out of these, I would say that 1, 2, 3, three of them are completely useless. Or rather, 2 of them are completely useless, and 1 of them clearly isn't useless because, you know, it's Iron Fist that I'm talking about, the perk for this very weapon. It's only useless because melee weapons in a character like this don't go well. You would generally get a lot more benefit if you can be far away from the enemies that you are killing. Like especially if you're doing random perks or whatnot. Like just being able to shoot an enemy from far away and then run away to... just me!
I'm here on my own. Freelance, huh?
Yay. Okay.
I'm half tempted to join the railroad.
Hey, you. Talk some sense.
It's always good to help people.
People?
Right?
At least the railroad
might as well go on.
Service, please.
Where my man?
See one of our caravans on the road. It's a
fine place to sleep right here.
All right. Here's your money.
Stockton's.
All right. Just need to do 1 hour. Lethargy. That would normally be bad, but luckily there's a doctor. Hey you, I'm lethargic.
Haven't seen you before. Yeah. Take a look at me, Doc. Go over your symptoms.
I'm lethargic. Also addiction.
Took 1 chem. You're strung out.
May as well remove that while I'm at it.
All done. Any other complaints? You look.
Yay!
And that's that. Anything else bothering you?
Nope. So yeah, aside from the 3 perks that I mentioned earlier, the other perks, they're more useful than nothing. In fact, even though Iron Fist, Pickpocket, and Awareness aren't very useful, even those are not less useful than nothing. Right now, a couple of the perks are. Generally, you know, a couple of them are more useless than nothing. You're better off without them than with them. This is generally as a result of poor implementation, or like glitched implementation. One example is Lady Killer / Black Widow. The damage boost seems to work fine, but the help in terms of speech checks doesn't actually work. Yeah, like it actually subtracts the probability rather than increases the probability of passing. There we go. Come on. Lovely. If you could not irradiate me, that would be great. Okay. Now I think there's a few more, like one over here. Okay, that's just the Roma. Don't see any over there. But one of the, like, even though I sort of have to like attack legendary enemies if I see them, I don't actually have to seek out every enemy to see if they're legendary. You know, if they happen to be legendary, but I never know about it, it's fine. Come on. Get closer. Get a punch in the face. Okay. Oh, that's always there. Just very hidden. I guess when you're attacking the railroad later on, it's like the light shines through this wall somehow. Okay. There we go. Kapow! Oof. Yeah, I mean, I guess another advantage of melee builds and fist builds is that they're really satisfying. You just go through and punch the ghoul in the face and then they go down. Let's go with this.
Huh, it spins.
So
it starts with R.
I L O. Oops, one too many. A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D.
There we go.
Now, if I were a lot more tanky, I could, in theory, do this while the ghouls attack me, and then they would do it all for me, but that's quite awkward.
Stop right there. You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But before we go any further, answer my questions. Who the hell are you?
Oh, to your face. Who are you?
Why don't you tell me? In a world full of suspicion,
Oh, that worked. I'm not your enemy.
I followed the freedom. If that's true, it's clear you're.
Well, you see, this guy called Carl helped me out of a jam, and then mysteriously, he just turned into a pineapple. You know, just whoop, pineapple. So now that he's a pineapple, there's really no way for you to corroborate my story about him.
I helped Carl out of a jam. He knows a guy who knows a guy, and they hooked me up with a lead.
This will go a lot better if you stick to the truth. I see. I'm Des Deacon. Where have you gone?
You're having a party.
I need in.
Wow.
You know me?
Do we know each other?
I didn't need to meet you to hear about you. You've made waves. You're the one rebuilding the Minutemen out of Sanctuary, right? And, as if that wasn't enough, you've left a trail of destruction in your wake. Gone places no sane person would go alone.
So you're vouching for her?
Yes. Trust.
That changes.
My son.
My son, Sean.
Someone stole your.
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
100%.
I hope for your sake. I'll have Deacon look into this. If we're going to be dealing with you,
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Go on.
So we seek. I have a question.
What if I do this?
It depends on the circumstances.
There's no middle ground with this.
Huh.
I risk my life for people.
Well said. Look, normally, but right now, and in turn,
right?
So that's interesting. You actually have to be like, yes, I would risk my life for a synth. Oh, there's the XP. Lovely. Give me the XP juice.
Hope you didn't mind the reception. When you tango with the Institute, you gotta be careful when someone new gets on the dance floor.
But yeah. Whereas when you join the Brotherhood of Steel and you fly up to the Prydwen, you get asked the question like, would you fire would you fire on any enemy of the Brotherhood of Steel?
Your leader was just
Exactly. Sure. But it's all good.
Yeah, then you can say, I would kill the enemy if they're attacking me first. I would gladly kill them for you, dear leader Maxon. Or you could probably say no.
I got all day if you.
So tell me.
In our little outfit, it's my job.
But why the trust?
I don't know if we can trust you.
Ooh.
If everything was sunshine.
Is that it?
Really? Is that all?
I've heard a lot of things about you. So Des wants me to make. I'm just gonna.
Sure.
You got my attention.
I got a job. Then, if you.
Yes.
Sign me up then.
Perfecto.
So once that's done, he gives me the deliverer, and I can continue on my way. With the deliverer. Excuse me. Must be the ghoul upstairs. Yeah, so anyway, the Brotherhood lets you basically give the middle ground answer. The answer where you're like, I would in some circumstances, essentially. Come on. This is always a long loading screen. But like, you could imagine circumstances where risking your life to save a synth isn't necessarily the wisest course of action. One obvious example of this would be with the Gen 1 synth. You know, there's like not a... You're basically not going to be able to quote unquote rescue a Gen 1 synth. In fact, you're not going to be able to rescue a synth at all that's attacking you. That's just not a thing you could do. Okay, I think we're good to go for a little bit without hiding. I also... Okay, it's 10 PM. And that means it's only going to be getting darker from here. Which in turn means that I'll only be getting stealthier from here on. Until about like 3 in the morning in game. So that's good, that's useful. Yeah, so I mean, I guess that's a little bit in the vein of the saying, only Siths deal in absolutes. Right? It's like, if you're not with me, you're against me. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. But that like phrase itself is itself an absolute. Army fatigues. Yeah, that's strength and agility. I'll probably prefer the endurance though. Okay, I don't see a legendary there. There was a legendary enemy there when I was doing the Flaming Chef. And the only way that I could tell there was a legendary enemy, because I never actually saw them. I could tell because whatever attacks they were doing was doing radiation damage. Oh, no you don't. I guess that must be like the random events where they go walking down here for some reason. Still have the pre-war money. Just put that stuff in there. The ammo I can store into that. Yeah, that's all good. Right. Well. I'm going to be doing tradecraft. Bringing 10mm bullets with me is not going to be a bad idea. I can definitely still walk around. Yeah, next thing is saving and then heading off in that direction for tradecraft. I probably have around let's do 7 hours. I probably have around 20 minutes left. Around 20 minutes. And that's, reliably speaking, that would only get me to right after talking with the guy, with Ricky. Nothing. Who the heck said nothing to me? Nobody. Well, I guess there was nothing, eh? Yeah, so that's about the point where I would probably be wanting to close out the stream. Which in itself is a fair while away, but that's probably when it'll be. I guess I could do this. But to be honest, if I go there in a later, at a later level, like say level 20 or level 25 or whatever, it'll be more likely for there to be a legendary enemy there, basically. Which combat-wise doesn't affect much, but it's still a chance at a legendary drop. Need to go this way, go around the ghouls, around the raider, or attack the raider on the way. Yoink. Okay, so there's a kneeling raider there. I want to be at full AP. And minimum detection. Now it is lights out, so he would be able to see me. I go behind him though. Basically try to get as close as possible. Any moment now. Like I swear I'm approaching the distance where I could VATS Daisy. Or maybe the VATS range for like non-hostile or like non-hostile NPCs. Maybe the VATS range is increased on them. On any moment now. And this is basically the struggle. I guess it still managed to be a sneak. Boink! Oof, right in the groin. Ooh. Just exploded the head. You two. Just give that head a good exploding. Okay. Now there's basically nothing here. Yeah, no gunners. Sometimes you get attacked by gunners here.
Hi.
Got a few things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington. Got a few things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington.
Excuse me.
Got a few things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington.
I'm right over here, you piece of crap.
Hey there.
Got a few things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington.
Oh, you mean like these rad stags?
Got a few things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington.
I guess there is a sleeping bag here which I could save if I wanted to, but I should be able to get Deacon to do his thing. To be like, yes, you came here. Alright, quest time. You, fucker.
Hi.
Got a few things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington.
Okay, I'll try saving. Now, I don't think it would have anything to do with the time. So there, 1 hour passed. I can't pass much more than that.
Excuse me.
Got a few things to take care of.
What about now?
Things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington. Got a few things to take care of. Got a few things to take care of. Got a few things to take care of.
I'm right over here. I'm literally at the place.
Things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington.
Hey, Deacon.
Got a few things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington.
Or you. Take a punch. Maybe if he goes into aggro AI, it'll reset him somehow. Alright, Deacon. How are you feeling now? He's still aggroed. Well, he got one of them. Hey, you. How about a punch in the face? Oh, another guy. Running off. Alright, Deacon. Nope, he's still chasing after them. Oof, right in the face. Just exploded the face. Alright, Deacon, how are you feeling now?
Excuse me.
Got a few things to take care of. See you at Lexington.
This is a real pain in the ass. Now, if it turns out that there's no way to start this quest, like one thing I can try, I'll drop in another hour, because that meat is good. Lovely. So now I'm doing Deacon's job for him. You know, as you do, I guess. Seems to be a vaguely common thing doing Deacon's job for him. Like, you had one job. Ooh, glue. Now you'll be like,
Hey.
Leave me the hell alone, stranger.
alright, I'm gonna take your chems, okay? Okay, I don't mind if you take my chems. Extra antibiotics, lovely. Let's cook the stuff. I think we do have a level up though. Let's see, am I at level 15? Yes I am, okay. Better crits. You know what, I don't mind. Right now I'll try doing one save. Okay, I'll just put an hour there and I'll run back to Deacon. I wouldn't expect this to be based on time, like the time of talking to him. If it was, I would expect him to say something like, meet me at 10 PM or something. Alright Deacon, are you fixed now?
Got a few things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington. Got a few things to take care of. I'll see you at Lexington.
Nope. I'll just repeatedly punch you in the dick. How about that, Deacon? For the rest of eternity, you now get to be punched in the dick via Power Fist. That's what you get now. So you could have let me do the quest. But no, you decided to not respond to me. So now you get to be punched in the dick. Alright. It's getting boring punching him in the dick repeatedly. But that would be... it'd be like his hell being repeatedly punched in the dick with a power fist. No, not just a regular arm, a power fist. Alright, what if I punch you in the face? Would it actually kill you? I mean, he doesn't die. What if I launch him off? Probably also won't kill him, but... ooh! Come on, get punched off the bridge. Off the bridge you go. Off the bridge, come on. Come on. Punch, 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 punch. Bye! And there I go too. That's fine. I probably still have the better crits. But the last thing I can try... Well, two things I suppose. One of them I couldn't really do in this stream. I'd have to try it in the next one. But I can try waiting for 24 hours. In fact, I'm going to do one better. I'm going to wait for 48 hours and have my stats be reduced to nothing. And I'll see if that is enough to make Deacon behave. I would suspect that there's two ways of actually making him behave. Either reloading the save or just leaving the cell and going back. Which in survival mode means actually walking away. Okay, overtired. That'll be fine. I can still walk around. So let's see what Deacon has to say. I'm severely dehydrated. I just want to see if he actually does his thing. Alright, Deacon.
Deacon, is that you?
Like the disguise? It's Wastelander camo. This is my pile of garbage, asshole.
I guess that worked. So I guess in the next stream, I'll see if loading in is good enough. Or like, otherwise how long I need to wait. But that did seem to work, which is good. So, you know, Operation Acquire the Deliverer is a go. Oh, that nearly hit the car. Now, if that hadn't have worked, and even loading in wouldn't have worked, it wouldn't affect the planned ending, because I am vaguely planning on doing the Institute ending. That's because that's the one that I haven't done in a while. In fact, this is the one that I do the least. So, oh hey, Raiders. What are you doing? Why are you attacking rad roaches? We will never know. But yeah, if that hadn't have worked, I probably would have had to find some other legendary weapon I could replace this with. The Ashmaker actually wouldn't be a good choice. Not because of how good or bad it is. It'd be vaguely decent. But because I'd have to use this weapon on some Mirelurks. And melee plus Mirelurks equals headache. You don't want to be punching Mirelurks. Unless you're really, really, really tough. What's this guy? That stuff. I'll probably forget to pick that up again. Oh no, I'm nearly dead. Whatever will I do? So yeah, and I don't know what other legendary weapons I could get. You know, like without killing anybody, or killing as few people as possible. I guess Reba, potentially. I could run up to Barney, punch him in the face a bit, pick up Reba 2 off of his basement. Or actually, I could have also, since I include legendary weapons that just exist on the ground, like Big Jim, the Gainer, I think those are the main two. Grognak's Axe is actually one of them. I can't actually get that with my current perks, but that would be one. Grognak's outfit too, I guess. Yeah, but I mean, for guns, if this didn't work, the best option probably would have been the Gainer. So yeah, I'm going to leave it off here. In the next stream, we will either go straight into actually doing Tradecraft, or we'll be working out how to pass enough time to actually do it. And then after that, probably either going straight to rescuing Nick or going to the way there, I guess. So yeah, that'll be it. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.